Thank you for joining us. You're watching News Feed at the PM edition. We now cross back to Vuyo Mvoko, who is live in Lusikisiki. Vuyo, just give us a sense of the mood on the ground. How is the community feeling and coping with this tragedy?
Somber mood, indeed, Hugo. People here talking about what happened on that fateful day on Saturday when 17 people were mowed down, and of course the 18th one dying from injuries. People have been here as we walked in about an hour ago or so. We saw community members who were visiting, still crying. They still cannot believe what actually happened here. But for a bit of an update from the police, I'm joined by Lieutenant General Tebello Mosikili, who is the Deputy National Commissioner of Police. Commissioner General, thank you very much for your time. What can you tell us? What's the latest?
Good afternoon to yourself and Vuyo. Good afternoon to the viewers at home and the entire South Africans. We are here this afternoon to assist the teams that are here that were brought from National Head Office to come and augment the teams that we are having in the province to come and resolve this particular matter. That is very disturbing and a shocking incident that raveled the whole country and I think the world, because it is something that we have not experienced in our recent days here in South Africa. It is a shocking incident that cannot be imaginable. We woke up in Tebello on Saturday morning, where we were with the whole leadership, the minister, the premier, the MEC, the National Commissioner of the Police, where we were engaging and sealing the deal that we're having on our crime fighting strategies that we are implementing. When we receive a call from the Provincial Commissioner that this matter has happened, immediately we dispatched the team from head office. The forensic team came here the same Saturday to come and process the crime scenes. This is the place where 14 people were shot, and the other house that we started with this afternoon where 4 people were shot and killed. The team was also assisted or augmented with the investigators on Sunday morning. We dispatched the National Head Office team that is led by the Major General. We have a Major General who is responsible for a investigation in the province, who came the same Saturday, and he was joined by the team that is coming from head office to come and assist them. So we have both the national and the provincial team that has been dispatched to come here and work on this matter. We have been working across the clock. I think the national team was not only in Eastern Cape on Sunday when we went home to change the wardrobe and come back to come and assist. But the reason why we couldn't come as soon as possible was to allow the operators to process the crime scene and to make sure that they seal all the gaps that might be established when they process this crime scene. So as of now, the team is still working. I am here with the Deputy National Commissioner responsible for investigation, intelligence and forensic. He is getting the briefing at the police station where the team is giving an update of what they have been doing since the morning. During these 2 visits that we had with the MEC this afternoon, we established that there are several cases of murder in this vicinity that has happened. We have since directed that the team from head office must collect all the murder dockets around this place and follow the clues that are in those cases. But over and above that, to follow the clues that they have been collecting ever since. We have established the 72 hours activation plan of our strategy to respond, and that team is still working. We might have passed the 72 hours, but the team is hard at work to make sure that we gather every possible information that we can collect. We are appealing the Vuyo to the communities that have the information to come forward, because the only way of solving this kind of incidents is through people's information.
Are you following any leads?
Every possible lead that comes, the different team members will be dispatched to go, follow up, come back and provide that information. We have 2 major generals that have been dedicated, one from head office, one from the province, that have been dedicated to work across the clock. They can't sleep as long as there is any information that needs to be followed.
But it would seem that this place has been witnessing murders. Yes, not to the scale of this one. Apparently across the house across, someone was shot at only on Thursday. Yeah. Someone was telling me that a couple of months ago, a woman was shot who is related to the prince. So it would seem that this place is far from being quiet.
I can confirm that there are problems in this area. Lusikisiki is one of the police stations that we are monitoring, and the province, it's one of the stations that the province is also being monitoring because it's one of the high contact crime stations in the province. It might not be featuring on the national list, but it is one of our problematic stations. You will recall that we had a small police station that was managed by a colonel in Lusikisiki. 5 years ago, we were here with the presidents at the time to open a new police station. Only 5 years that the opening of that police station meant that we will augment the numbers. It has grown from a colonel to a brigadier. In a civil rank, it's a director. It is now a brigadier station. It means more resources were pumped to Lusikisiki. And as we were driving to this crime scenes, I've been counting the minutes that we took from the police station to this place. It's not far from the police station at all. And you are right that when we arrive here, as we were engaging with the communities, a lot of information came of the number of murders. Hence, I said to you earlier, we are collecting all those murder cases that have been reported, that there were incidents that happened, including the recent one. And the family gathered here, according to the report that we received on Saturday, they were coming together to pay a tribute to one of or two of their family members that were killed a year ago. So they came gather here to go and attend to that family ritual that one of their own was murdered. So I can confirm that yes, we are having problems with the murder cases that are happening in Lusikisiki, and Lusikisiki is one of those high contact crime, it's person-to-person cases that we are experiencing in South African Police Service.
I mean, from what your team has told you so far, and from what the community that you've interacted with have told you, what is making this place particularly troublesome? What are the triggers? What's happening? Have you been able to put a finger on it?
We know that when it comes to the issues of contact crime, Lusikisiki is problematic. And majority of the people are related to one another, which is something that we don't know what could make them not to be tolerating one another, because they are related. And with a close proximity that you see here, it is likely that people are related to one another. We really do not understand why will the people be so intolerable and why they will be attacking one another. But the intelligence community is on the ground to establish, and tomorrow we will be having clearer facts of what is happening. As of now, my colleague, Lieutenant General Sibia, is sitting with the team just to establish what intelligence has gathered since Saturday until this morning. With all these murder cases, if we get the dockets themselves and go through them and the progress that they have made in those cases, it will give us the indication. We have put a team of analysts to analyze what is sitting in those murder dockets that I was talking about.
Do we even know how many illegal or legal guns are here? In other words, do we know from the cases that have been reported, cases that have been cracked, whether these arms are, the guns are legal?
Most of the time in the Tebello, where you have a case of murder and firearms are discovered, they are illegal firearms. And you must remember that all illegal firearms were at some point legal firearms that get robbed or stolen from the owners. If they know that there is a firearm in the house, they will go attack that house and get the firearm. We have law enforcement officers that are carrying firearms as their tool of trade. They are also being robbed, attacked, most of them killed. I think we have given the statistics of police members that were killed. Some will be killed because of the cases that they are pursuing. Some are killed simply because they are police officers, and if they see that there is a firearm, they will kill the police officer or a traffic officer or a soldier for that firearm. So majority of the firearms that we discover are illegal firearms, especially those that are found to have committed the crime.
From the cases that have been cracked, have we been able to establish a pattern with regards to motives?
Not really. Motives differ from time to time, and we want to treat each case on its merit. Some it will be a revenge, which most of the time in instances like this you'll find the revenge. Some will be because in the Eastern Cape in recent days where people will be killed because somebody will think that there is money in that particular house. But I don't think it will be an issue of robbery in this case where all family members and the relatives that are residing in another house will be followed up and be killed. There are two houses that were followed up in this particular instance where people were killed. So you will not know, and I don't want to speculate that it is a matter of revenge. We are still following up the information to establish what could have been the reason for that. Hence the appeal that on these matters that you were referring to, that you just cited of the house opposite, just here where we are standing, and the Prince's family. We want to check, and any other, because there are two family members, though not residing in this house, that were also murdered, to establish what are the issues. So we are following up every little information as it comes here. There are teams that are underground that will have to go and follow up those clues.
Would you say you're confident you are going to crack this one?
With the team that we have put together, we are confident that we have put aside every other work that we were doing, assignment that we were doing, and we said the team must come here. So the National Commissioner has approved that the national team must come here. The Provincial Commissioner herself is here. We are having all three spheres of government, all three levels of government, from national, provincial, and the local station. We have put those teams together, and we are confident that we are likely going to crack this case. As long as we get the information that I am appealing to the people who might share what could have happened, will have to give us that information.
You don't know that people would be skeptical because, it's such a small community. You're talking, 4,000 people in Lusikisiki, or thereabout. By your own admission, this has been going on for a while, but seemingly people are making a great deal of progress.
My appeal, Tebello, is that we are having national team amongst the team that is here today.
Is that an admission that perhaps the local police or the police you have here?
Not necessarily, but the magnitude of what happened here today, and the fact that we have been coming to Eastern Cape from time to time for this type of matters, it requires that we up our game, we change our strategies and find those that will be workable. Hence, we are having the national team amongst the team, both investigators, forensic and intelligence, to come and see if they can gather. And the appeal is that now we are having, and maybe they don't trust the local team. We have brought the national team to come here and see if we can't resolve this matter to save another life, to save another family. As we speak now, these two families, nobody is left. and we can't close houses while we exist. We need to find ways, we need to find strategies to come and fight back. We have very little, minute number of criminals amongst us, and as citizens, law-abiding citizens, the appeal is that please come forward and work with the police. We cannot work alone. Most of the cases that we have cracked, it's because of the information that we receive from the same families, society that we are living in. So it's an appeal to our communities to please come, trust this team that is here, assist the team that is here, assist the next family that will be close because of these few criminals that want to ravage our communities.
But do you have capacity locally? Because bringing in or parachuting people from national is obviously not a solution.
I said to you, the new police station is only 5 years old, and it means 5 years. We then look at what do we have, how can we augment this team to strengthen the station. We have given that capacity, and if it will then mean that we need to capacitate the station further, we will do so. But you just said to me the locals are not being trusted, hence we are saying in instances such as this we will bring together other levels of our capacities to come and assist the local, even to guide, so that should another matter of this nature happen, the locals will be knowing what to do. But the magnitude of this particular matter requires that we stand up as the national head office and come and see how we can augment the local team.
Brigadier General, let me thank you very much for your time. Of course, it's a complex problem, but what do those who have the power to actually do something about the situation that we're being told is really grave?